I mean, a big thing for me that I haven't been able to really figure out is how to incorporate nature into therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we can talk about nature,
Yes.
and I end up finding out, as clients find out in the conversation with me,
Yeah.
that those places in nature by the lake or in the woods are so moving for people.
Mm-hmm.
And so how do we integrate that into therapy?
Yeah. Yeah. That's. Do you want me to answer that question? Because I could talk for 3 whole days.
You have that setting in Oshawa. Are you still using that setting?
Yeah. I'm still there. I do therapy in the forest.
So how does that work for clients, and what's their response to being able to have those conversations in that kind of setting?
Well, what I notice first is, because it's about a 5-minute walk to this little clearing that we have. Because I think when you came in to visit, I didn't take, it was a rainy day, right? Yeah, so we didn't go back. But I have this clearing with a couple, comfy camp chairs set up, a little like Coleman dining tent to help with the bugs, and if it's spitting rain, we'll have a little sheltered space. But I find that the 5-minute walk it takes to get there, just even if we're just catching up and just getting oriented and just kind of getting landed into the conversation as we're walking that just not even 5 minutes through this, and then sitting down, it's like, okay, I feel better already. Like it's this. So I the way I put it is that it's like nature, the forest is my co-therapist.
Yeah.
And it's creating the space. It's like going into an office building. You feel one way, and then and you feel good because you see the person, right? You see your therapist, because you're in an office building, and you're like, oh, David, it's so good to see you. I have so much to say, and there's so much I want to talk about. When it's almost like, oh, Forrest, I'm so good to see you. It's so good to see you.
And it's funny because I try to make my office really cozy, and there's coffee there, and there's a blanket, but really, when I compare that to this, right? You can't match this.
No.
And
you can't duplicate it. As many beautiful plants and pieces of nature you put in the office, as helpful as that is, like it is.
Yeah.
It doesn't replace this. But also, this isn't accessible to everybody.
Right.
It's not.
Yeah.
So you also need to have a safe indoor space where you can also feel that you're connecting to the natural world and feel that the impact of that and the groundedness you can get from that.
It doesn't always work. The first time that I came here, the mosquitoes were really bad, and I wouldn't have been able to really enjoy if I was walking with my therapist or just kind of settle in.
Exactly. Or if someone's ill, or if someone has a mobility issue, like I broke my leg on a trail 2 years ago. I think this was not going to be an option for a while with me and my clients. So it's a both and. This is for sure like pick number one.
Yeah.
This is definitely first choice. But second choice, third choice, like it's also beautiful to have a space that is more natural. Yeah. Even if it's indoors. Yeah. And ways to, even if it's like rocks or driftwood or lots of plants. Yeah. There's lots of ways to also feel grounded. Even just holding a heavier rock can have in your office space can have a grounded feel to it.
And it's interesting, that word is it's ambiguous, but it's just such an important word. Like, how do we come to terms with some groundedness in our life where, in day-to-day life, we're moving faster than nature moves. We drive past in our car, and we multitask with our phones, and that's just, as I look around, not how reality or nature exists. Mm-hmm. And if we belong to that, if we're a part of that, how do we create those experiences of groundedness so that we can settle in and kind of have some of that anxiety dissipate or let go? Yeah.
Well, you're doing it. You're doing it right now. So, like, even just being here. So, like, do you want to pause just for a second?
Yeah.
So, like, not even pause, no, just like, just you and I pause. Yeah. Like, how do you know you're feeling grounded being here?
You know what?
Are you even feeling grounded being here?
I was looking ahead and just noticing that some of the foliage was falling. And that moves something inside of me. So there's something moving out there that moves something inside of me. And I know just from that experience that shifts whatever needs to shift and achieves some grounding, which is weird. I mean, I could try to capture this on video and watch it on TV later, but
it's not quite the same. It does have an impact. Research shows that looking at pictures, watching videos does have an impact.
Okay.
But it's not the same impact as being here with our feet on the earth.
I mean, even that, the sound of that, it reminds me, it brings me somewhere else where, watching it on video, I won't be able to capture that.
Yeah. Yes. And the smell. So like you're smelling, we call them phytoncides. You're smelling phytoncides, the scent of the forest. You're breathing that in.
Yeah.
And that also has a grounding effect and increases your immune system. You're increasing your natural killer cells by breathing in the forest. So it's all of the senses. It's the sensational experience that gets us grounded.